91% from the stripe this season for him, and that is the second longest free throw made streak of all time, 2 behind Igor Rakočević, who made 58 straight in 2008. So Dante Exum just recovering the basketball. Manoli, edge of the lane. Oh, that's a tough bucket. Off balance and fading left, but still able to get the short range J to go. There's Chacho into the lane, looking for Tavares. Tavares wrestling with Alen Smailagić. They go back out to Rudy Fernandez. And now it's Rodriguez. Finds a cutting Eddie Tavares. Deep three-pointer from Rudy Fernandez. Scorches the twine. Rudy Fernandez, the 5th most prolific three-point shot maker in the playoffs, lands number 61, and that one was from way deep in three-point territory. There's the 5 on the floor for the home team. Smailagić rips, and he remains unconscious from deep. Perfect from the postseason from three-point territory. Alen Smailagić, 11 points in the game on perfect shooting from the floor. 2 out of 2 from downtown. So rebound James Nunnally. Nunnally. Tough take to the rack with the left hand off the mark. Eddie Tavares with the rebound. Nice handle. Sergio Rodriguez offloads to Eddie Tavares. Bullies his way down the lane. Stays with it, padding his stats by grabbing his own offensive rebound. His first of the game. And he moves to 4 points in the game. Well, Eddie Tavares, actually, that's his second 2-pointer, isn't it? And the one he missed makes him 2 of 3 from 2-point territory. But such are minor details. Blocked in the lane. It's Dante Exum. Adam Hanger can't believe that the call has gone against him, but it has. Dante Exum wheeling his way into the paint. Adam Hanger moving his feet effectively, but too much contact on the body. Adam Hanger called for his second. Just over 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Ches Mateo is going to leave him in the proceedings. Dante Exum, 86% from the free throw line. And here's a reminder, head to the EuroLeague website where all EuroLeague fan voting is open. Take part in choosing the end of season awards, including the first and second team all EuroLeague performers, as well as the MVP. So Dante Exum, 2 out of 2 from the stripe. His team lead by 15. Good deflection, Alen Smailagić. Eddie Tavares recovers the loose ball. Hazonia, tough shot from the free throw line and gets the shooter's roll. Mario Hazonia, 4 points in the game on perfect shooting from 2-point territory. Reduces the arrears to 13. Smailagić looking to set a screen on Adam Hanger, who's playing with 2 fouls. Smailagić one-on-one with Hanger. Will he look to back him down? He's facing him up. Rotates the basketball. Dante Exum step back through over the outstretched arm of Eddie Tavares. On offensive glass rebounding duty is Uroš Trifanović. His first field goal attempt of the game restores his team's lead to 15. Equaling their largest lead of the game. Rejected on the inside by Alen Smailagić, but again, perfect positioning due to a high basketball IQ and terrific instincts is Eddie Tavares, picking up that deflected ball and ramming it home emphatically to move to 6 points in the game. Smailagić, will he look to back down Sergio Rodriguez? He settles for a 3, he's off right. But when you're shooting in a manner that he is, you can't really blame him. Rudy Fernandez back to consecutive 2 3-pointers in this third quarter, 1 from each wing. Rudy Fernandez, 6 points in the game, and both of his 3-point buckets have been bottomed. So Kaunas, the desired destination for all teams featuring in the playoffs. Alen Smailagić, with terrific shooting, leads all scorers with 11. 3 players for Real Madrid with 6, including Rudy Fernandez who has hit 2 3-pointers in this third quarter, opening the scoring from Real with a trifecta that was from almost around the hash mark, and then landing this next 3-pointer, his second, to make it a 5-0 run to reduce the arrears to 10 from what was a 15-point deficit, the largest of the game on the third occasion. Third 15-point lead of the game for Partizan at 41-26. There's still a double-digit deficit being faced by Los Blancos. So Exum, one-on-one with Adam Hanger, clearing him out with the left elbow, no offensive foul, getting room, jump hook is off the mark, ball is loose, picked up by Rudy Fernandez, Sergio Rodriguez pushing, feed to the wing, Eddie Tavares trailing, oh, and that's a strong take to the rack. And let's hope that Alexa Abramovich is okay, because Eddie Tavares, that is a mother load going towards the rack. And look at that, that's just strength from Eddie Tavares. And that is why Eddie Tavares asking for an unsportsmanlike, because Alexa Abramovich hanging onto his right arm as though he was climbing a tree. Hard foul expected in the playoffs, of course, but that's a terrific take to the tin by Eddie Tavares, who will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's 2 out of 2 from the stripe in playoff game 1, Eddie Tavares. He put 12 points on the board, going 5 of 6 from the field. Can't find the range on the first. So it remains a double-digit deficit for Los Blancos. Strokes the second, and the arrears reduced to 9. Real Madrid cut it back to 4 at 13-9 after a 7-0 run in the first quarter, but that is as close as they have been, because they didn't put a point on the board in terms of their scoring until they were 12 zip down. So that off right and short from Alexa Abramovich as Adam Hanger in transition. Terrific hand by Uroš Trifanovic, eventually picked up by Ioannis Papapetru. I wonder who'll be credited with the steal. Trifanovic from the corner. Good look at the bucket, down and out. Mario Hezonja with the rebound. An offensive foul, because Dante Exum was sent crashing to the hardwood, comes up clutching his left knee. Eddie Tavares called for the foul, and that is why, leaning that big upper body, Eddie Tavares looks as though he spent a lot of time in the weight room in the off-season and has maintained that newly acquired mass throughout the campaign. Saw him charge to the rack on the previous trip down the floor and then bowling over Dante Exum by leaning into him. So approaching the midpoint of this second quarter, as Real Madrid actually leading it 13-9. Zelko Obradović's men holding the visitors to just 19 first quarter points while they put 32 on the board. Abramovich getting to the elbow, nice catch, Zach Leday looking to back down Adam Hanger. Hanger playing with 2 fouls. Ioannis Papapetru for 3, short and off right. Fantastic offensive rebound, his second of the game for Uroš Trifanovic. Finds a cutting Ioannis Papapetru, no foul on the take to the rack. He'll be disappointed that he couldn't find a finish. Eddie Tavares with his 6th rebound of the night. Rodriguez with the edge in speed, hesitation dribble. Smailagic doing an outstanding job staying low and staying in front of him. And now it's Alexa Abramovich. Chacho had lost the basketball. Ioannis Papapetru with his first steal of the night. Alexa Abramovich with his first steal of the night. But after that dazzling dribbling demonstration, Sergio Rodriguez losing the handle for Real Madrid's 8th turnover of the half. Smailagic double teamed at the 3-point line. He's orchestrating things. He's driving and going up strong. Denied at the rack by Eddie Tavares. Eddie Tavares called for the foul, but doing his job. The league's leading shot blocker, not giving up anything. As Alan Smailagic looked to electrify this home crowd by dunking on top of Eddie Tavares. Now let's hope that Smilegic is okay to continue, because he attacked the rack aggressively and was met, as you'd expect to be, by Eddie Tavares. He's protecting the paint at all costs. Well, I assumed this was going to be a trip to the free throw line, but evidently it isn't. No foul on Eddie Tavares, and it must have come last on Smilegic. So playoff intensity allowed concerning the physical contact in the paint as Rudy Fernandez off the mark. Eddie Tavares runs down a long offensive rebound, his 7th rebound of the game. He's now got a huge size advantage. Fronting is Uroš Trifanovic. Wonderful recognition. Alen Smilegic called for the goaltend. Uroš Trifanovic left in no man's land trying to front Eddie Tavares, and Real Madrid doing a good job recognizing that. That's why they dumped the ball down low. Goaltend committed by Alen Smilegic. It's a really good portion of the period. Zach Leday, short corner J off the mark. An 8-0 run is what Real Madrid are looking to add to. That is how they have got back to within 7. Nice catch, Eddie Tavares, feeding the man on the inside, and he's continuing to make hay. Eddie Tavares eating up Partizan in the paint, penetrating the attempted fronting, the rotation. Too little, too late, and Eddie Tavares doing a textbook job of keeping the ball high, makes it a run of 10 points without reply. That has brought Real Madrid right back into this one. Timeout on the floor, and Real Madrid have reduced the arrears to 5.
2 more fouls to give. Hello! James Sancho should decide. Outside, carry a triple. County start. How to make pick over here. 2 and 3. Baller play. If he play under for this attack, he safe. Okay. More aggressive, Rodriguez. Hey, it doesn't matter who. Tavares. Hello, listen over here. Tavares time. So put the body, charge him, offensive foul. Okay. We got to run. Defense up.
Well, the fans a little more subdued up in the stands here at the Stark Arena now, because Eddie Tavares running riot, flirting with a double-double after just 14 minutes on the court. 11 points, 7 rebounds, and a block shot. Zelko Branovic's men with this unit at least have been unable to slow him down. Real Madrid recognizing it and riding Eddie Tavares. 17-9, they're outscoring Partizan in this period. So difficult second quarter for the home team, whose 15-point lead has been whittled down to 5, courtesy of a run of 10 straight points posted by Real Madrid. To the free throw line looking to complete a 3-point play is Eddie Tavares. So Eddie Tavares completes the 3-point play, and it's a run of 11 straight points posted by Los Blancos. They trail by just 4. So Alen Smilegic taking a seat on the sidelines. Zach Leday. That's because Smilegic has sustained a blood injury. So what can Zach Leday and his teammates do to slow down Eddie Tavares at the offensive end? They've got to, at the defensive end, but they've got to find some offense here now. Danilo Andjusic, pursued by Canan Musa. Zach Leday fakes the 3, drives on Eddie Tavares, uses his body and gets the circus shot away. That will send him to the free throw line. Foul number 2 on Eddie Tavares. Day, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line so far, 5 points in the game. That breaks the run of 11 straight points posted by Real Madrid. So looking to race down court to Canan Musa, and he's asking for an and one. The official's not interested. Foul committed on the ground. Those buckets from the free throw line posted by Belgrade ended a scoring drought of over 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 5 seconds without scoring during that 11-0 run posted by Real Madrid that saw them get back to within 4. Two-score game once again, with Partizan leading by 6.
Go back.
So this foul by Jan Madar being reviewed. Initially called a foul on the ground.
Stop. Go back. Stop. 3-3.
So the legendary Felipe Reyes sitting alongside Gabriel Deck under the baseball cap and Fabian Cozer. So Jan Madar called for the foul, and it's an unsportsmanlike foul against Jan Madar. So 2 free throws and possession. A potential 5-point trip down the floor in a game where Real Madrid only trail by 6. That unsportsmanlike takes Jan Madar to 3 fouls in the game. So, Canan Musa, an 86% free throw shooter from the line this season, makes both. And here is the ensuing possession after the unsportsmanlike foul against Jan Madar. Musa on the drive, kicks to Tavares. Oh, floater off the windows, a beautiful bucket to take him to 14 points in the game and make it a 4-point trip down the floor after that unsportsmanlike foul. The arrears just 2 by Real Madrid. As Belgrade spinning, kicks to the corner, James Nunnally with the 3-ball, and he rattles it home. What a response from James Nunnally, who strings his second 3-pointer of the night to keep him perfect from downtown. He moves to 8 points. 5 points a deficit faced by Real Madrid now. Nice catch on the inside. Eddie Tavares pivots, powers up and scores. And Eddie Tavares, voracious on the interior, simply cannot prevent the man from putting the ball in the basket. He makes it a 1-score game once again. Aleksej Abramovich working the jab step and packing the matchup. He's blown the layup. He's asking for basket interference, and the official from the wing concurring with the perspective of Aleksej Abramovich. Eddie Tavares, see that basket interference, colliding with it. So not a goaltend. Basket interference at the offensive end, putting that bucket on the board. So this play is going to be reviewed.
Goaltending. Interference.
So Chus Mateo using his coach's challenge.
Now stop. Go it. Now stop. Now stop. And go now frame by frame. Okay, no. Give me control. Give me the control. This one, eh? Yes. Go. You didn't touch. Okay, but White get the ball. Continue. White get the ball.
Wow, this is a big call. Wow, that is an enormous call. Coach Chus Mateo's challenge seems to be a successful one. Because from where I was looking, and admittedly they're closer to art than I, and we just went through all of the angles, but it seemed to me that Eddie Tavares' wrist collided with the rim while the ball was still on the rim, or at least in the vicinity of it. I thought it was basket interference. The officials, after a coach's challenge by Chus Mateo, overturning their initial call, because they said so too in the real time, but using the technology, carrying out the review, and the play call changed. So it's a one-score game once again. A successful coach's challenge launched by Chus Mateo. He doesn't retain that challenge, but he's used it to good effect as Rudy Fernandez, long with the three-pointer. Mario Hazonia, frustrated that he couldn't guide home the left-handed tip-in after he got himself into perfect position. Anthony Randolph hits the deck. Zach Lede, driving dish. Alexa Abramovich for three. That's short by some distance. Anthony Randolph with the rebound. Janan Musa on the run, crossing up James Nunnally. Euro step down the lane. What a bucket! Janan Musa, who drew that unsportsmanlike foul against Jan Madal, moves to 7 points in the game and brings his team back to within one. A terrific second quarter by Real Madrid, who have held Partizan to just 14 while they've poured in 26. Standstill three-pointer from the corner is off the mark from Danilo Andjusic, who's one of three from downtown. Foul in the open court committed by Alexa Abramovich. And what impact is this going to have psychologically on Partizan if a lead that was as large as 15 on 3 occasions is not just whittled down to parity, but overcome to put Real Madrid on the ahead on the scoreboard. So with a minute and 6 seconds remaining in the first half, Real Madrid have called timeout. They are back to within one. Partizan Mozart bet Belgrade 46, Real Madrid 45 after a rampant second quarter produced by Real Madrid.
Poniendo el segundo, tenemos toda la posesión. Vale, y luego falta por dar.
Here, a minute remains in the first half. They have dominated the second quarter, holding Partizan to just 14 points in the period. Rodriguez, one-on-one with Alexa Abramovic. Anthony Randolph, that's asking an awful lot of him. But Canan Musa able to run down a loose ball. Deep three-pointer is off the back iron, but an offensive rebound secured. Well, almost secured off a fantastic hustle play by Rudy Fernandez. Got his hand on it, but stepped on the sideline. He was looking to keep it in the playing area. So Partizan scrapping at the defensive end to disrupt Real Madrid's half-court offense, resulting in a difficult deep three-ball attempted by Canan Musa. So around 18 seconds the difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That field goal short, but I think it's been tipped in by Mario Hezonja. That will be credited to Dante Exum. Remains a one-score lead. Partizan up by 3. So narrowest of differences now between the shot clock and the game clock. Real Madrid holding for what they hope will be the final possession of the period. And they tie things up or go in the locker room down by 1. Rudy Fernandez, deep three-point attempt off the back iron, rebound Zach Lede.